Alright, it's the morning of day 4. And here he's got that pump going to deflate his pad. Let's get flipped around here. I'll show you what I'm up to. This is what I'm up to. I'm craving potatoes this morning. I did not. I've got breakfast, but I didn't want that. So, I don't want to get my pot dirty with the potato mess. So I'm using last night's spaghetti bag. So I'm going to have spaghetti flavored smoky cheese and bacon potatoes. Looking good. It'll be at a boil soon. I've got the Senior Hiker 77 Maxim coffee that he gave me. We are enjoying it. It is delicious in the mornings. Already got my tent packed. He's working on it. We're supposed to have good weather again today. Feeling a lot better this morning than I was last night when I drug myself into camp. I was ready to just be done. But we got a couple of 2.5 miles or so to get to our cash stash. And then we'll be on our way. Okay, pro tip. When you leave your ice bag, your water bag out in the cold, freezing weather, ice forms inside of it. When ice forms inside of it, the ice will clog up your filter. Pro tip. Filter's not frozen, just the water bag. Getting ready to go. Round Mountain campsite. 4/10 of a mile off trail. 4/10 of a mile back. You gotta love it. I forgot to mention the name of this place, so I had to throw it in there. Well, here we are. I think that's Lake Jocassee. I don't know. It's some lake. There's big boulders here. We've come up out of Round Mountain campsite. It's cold and windy this morning. Legs are a little sore. He's got to do some boot work. We're going to keep moseying. We have one of those prehistoric elephants with the tusked mastodon tree with 2 curling limbs coming out, and then you pan around. There's Jocassee. Okay, so Whitewater Falls 0.8, Laurel Valley 33.4, Table Rock 47.9. The problem with this is you don't get to see the falls if you go this way. So the alternative is to, and this is just a pullout, it's a gravel pullout, that's all it is. You got the Nantahala forest sign, you go down the road that way, you'll get to see the falls if you go in the next road and walk down all the steps and da-da-da. There you go. I don't even remember the name of these. Whitewater Falls, and it is spectacular. Let's zoom out and get the whole thing in frame. It is beautiful. Look at that. It is definitely worth coming over to look at. Wow, it's just beautiful. Really?
Oh yeah, baby.
So there's the bottom.
Let them do it. You knew it, dude.
No way.
Oh yeah. That
Someone rappels here. There's your 2 anchor points, and those are heavy-duty anchors. Look at those bolts they put in.
Yeah.
That one's a little rusted. Alrighty. Definitely worth coming to see.
Without a doubt.
I like it.
All right, Kevin.
So it looks like they've recently carved a new access to get down to the bridge. There's a trail split up there. Yeah. We are headed for that bridge. And I'm going to get off the phone. So that's, somebody's coming down? This is the old trail. This is the new trail. And this is a weird bridge. I've never seen anything like it. All right, I'm gonna cut this phone off because I need to step rightly and get across here. .8 miles to go. 250? That's not too bad, I guess.
Then we go back down. Then after that, we have to do that. We're down to the river. There's water places on the other side. I don't think this will be that long.
Well, I have made it to, I think it's the Thompson River, Thompson Bridge. Gonna be staying at Thompson campsite. Only made 8.4 miles today. I've learned a little bit about myself on this trip. And that is, at my current fitness level, I am an 8-mile-a-day hiker. And that's just all there is to it. Trying to push it really hard yesterday. We did 11 something, but the terrain allowed for it. When it's up and down and navigating, I'm not there yet. Also realized that a lot of what I do, and I said it to Mentor, is I focus more on the destination rather than enjoying the journey itself. And that needs to change a little bit. So let's look at what I'm looking at. Quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. Very nice to be out here. Breathing in this clean air. Watching this river. So yeah, there's no way I can finish the trail in the allotted time. So I'm not going to be able to finish this because I'm not fast enough to get through in 7 days. So that's what I've come to realize. I overestimated my abilities. So there's a lesson for you guys. If you're gonna go out hiking, it takes more than a weekend hike to figure out what you can really do. And just know that. All right, I'm going to camp. Well, I'm set up the tent. Still got everything else to get going. Not that that matters to anybody but me. Loving this tent. It is a very large footprint to set up a Durston. But I still love the tent. If I ever lose enough weight, maybe I'll get a one-person version of it. But for now, I need a big one. So we'll just stick with that. And show you something else I did that I've never done this before. I pre-taped my feet up before the hike with Leukotape. I strategically placed it between toes like that because mine tend to mash together, and then I'll get blisters like on the edges, especially this one. So far this has worked fabulously, and nobody wants to look at that. So I also did the heels, both heels, and no blisters. And these are Keens. These are really for colder weather because they're not. I wanted Merrill Moab ventilators and they were out of them, so I went with these. They're fine for colder weather, but I would not recommend them for hot, walking in the heat, because there's not enough venting to keep your feet from getting sweating and getting hot spots. So there's my 2 cents worth for hiking. Pre-tape your feet. Obviously wear the right footwear. I actually am wearing these slip fashion like Mike P. Hiker. Basically, I saw he would do that, and it's working very well for me. In other words, I tie them where they're on good, but I can just slip my feet in and out of them. So there you go. That's a not so pro tip. We're gonna have the ambient noise of the river all night. Lots of water at Thompson River campsite, but not much level ground. See you in the morning.